So my name is Judy, and I was given a diagnosis of stage 4 breast cancer that had gone to the bone. I came to Utopia because I realized that what was missing in my healing was addressing the emotional side of the illness. So I realized that Utopia offered a healing modality for touching on the emotional piece of this. This is not a novel idea for Utopia. It has been written about, it's been studied. Let's name a few. Bruce Lipton, for one. Dr. Bernie Siegel, for another. But what is novel is that Utopia encompasses all these healing modalities under one roof, including addressing the emotional side of healing. That is what is novel. There is no other facility that I can think of that puts all of these beautiful healing modalities together and they're under one roof. My suggestion is, do yourself a favor, give yourself a gift, come to Utopia, experience the love and the caring and the kindness that the entire staff has to offer. Experience Dan. He is a phenomenal coach and facilitator of group. And experience the genius that Dr. Garcia is, having put together this beautiful facility that encompasses all these modalities so beautifully, so synergistically in one place. Do yourself a favor and let your healing begin. The first day that I came, I was in a 3-hour orientation. They handed me a gigantic binder with all the information you could want. I mean, everything from Dr. Garcia's cell phone number to places that you could shop for wonderful food, to all that you will be going through in terms of treatment. The group here is just phenomenal. You have Beth, who's a colon therapist. She is phenomenal when it comes to colonics. She talks to you about when you have to be at home doing coffee enemas and some of the pointers that she has to get you through that. Elizabeth, who is a phenomenal massage therapist. She works with you, helping you to understand how the meridians of the body connect to different organs and how emotions affect those different organs. You have the nurses, Shayla and Sochi, who are so loving and so kind. And you have any questions about anything having to do with the IVs, they are there. And Sydney, a phenomenal PA. She's darling, she's sweet, she's kind. And then you have also the front desk staff, who is amazing. You have Mark, who he is one of the first you will speak with when you come here. You have Aram, who is just so kind and sweet. I have to admit, I was very nervous my first week here, and she was so soothing. And you learn what it is to love yourself. You learn what it is to take that piece and bring it back into your life. If it was there before and it went away, or it was never there at all. And you bring it back into your life, and you learn that loving yourself isn't narcissistic, but it's just a tool you need to get you to heal. And I thought, okay, they offer a free consultation. Did I see that right? So I was going back on the website. Yeah, I saw that right. So I'm sitting there, and it was my work day, and I was working, and I said, let me just fill this out. And then all of a sudden, I had my hand on the mouse, and all of a sudden, I was thinking about, okay, I'm just going to do this because I just need to talk to somebody. And so I did. And I hit the button, and it went. And I said, well, there goes into cyberspace, and will I hear from them? And within 10 minutes, you called. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And you know how kind Dr. Garcia was to me on the phone? I mean, he sat with me for 50 minutes on that call. He let me cry. He asked me my entire situation from 2002 to present. He said to me, you did this to yourself. And boy, I'm thinking to myself, wow, kick a dog when they're down, Kick me when I'm down. But then I thought about it. He let me sit there in silence and think about what he said. And then he said to me, have you ever heard of Bruce Lipton? And I said, oh, yeah. Well, have you ever heard anything that he's done on epigenetics? And I said, no. And he said, well, he said, it's about 99% of the cases out there are created. The illnesses are created through emotions. And I immediately got off the phone and Googled Bruce Lipton and anything I could find on epigenetics. And wow, so right on. You know, but he was so kind to me. And he was spot on. I mean, the man has got an intuition that doesn't stop. I mean, he knows. You can tell him very, very little, and he knows. So, I mean, when I think about that first conversation with him, to me, it was a seal the deal kind of thing. I knew I was coming. He did not offend me in any way, shape, or form by saying to me, you did this to yourself. There was no offense taken. A little bit of shock, because I'm thinking loving other people and putting them before me was a very altruistic thing. Not so. And like he said in group one time, the boat capsizes and there's a lifeboat sitting there. It's easier for you to get other people in that lifeboat if you're up in that lifeboat yourself stable. So get yourself stable. Get yourself loving yourself first. Love yourself first. And then it's easy to love anybody else. But love yourself first. And I love that. I love that idea.